Today's episode 3 of 3 of newest developments you need to know about. Let's talk about sabotage. Unfortunately, this is Ukraine's second war front. You may have noticed that the Ukrainian government unveiled a major shakeup of leadership over the last several weeks. This has been part of their enormous effort to eradicate corruption at the highest levels. The search for spies and saboteurs in everything from deoccupied areas to government agencies to Russian-linked churches in Ukraine has become a huge war front in their fight against Russia since the invasion. And for context, Ukraine actually inherited an epidemic of corruption following their independence from the Soviet Union. And since their independence for about 30 years, corruption has posed a major threat to their independence and their efforts to remove any Russian influence. President Zelensky named victory over corruption as a cornerstone of his actual presidency. And after he was elected in 2019, he implemented major reforms even prior to the Russian invasion. His entire campaign was based on fighting corruption, and as silly as it sounds, you can watch his show on Netflix, Servant of the People, which is based on the campaign ideals he actually ran on in real life. So that we're all on the same page, while Ukraine has been literally fighting for their lives, shooting down missiles in the sky, and dealing with enormous losses for 11 grueling months, they have also been dealing with internal demons. And I think it's important to talk about this because it demonstrates the enormous challenges that they've been overcoming and the agonizing betrayals that they have been going through. So let's now fast forward to where we are now. There have been a recent string of arrests and dismissals within the Ukrainian government. And this actually started last July when President Zelensky had to dismiss the director of the police, which also happened to be one of his good childhood friends, for collaborating with Russians. Just this week alone, they dismissed 6 deputy ministers and 5 regional administrators. And just yesterday, investigators arrested a Ukrainian security official for collaborating with Russians. The moles are everywhere. So what does this all mean? It means that Ukraine is not closing its eyes and not putting off hard decisions until victory. President Zelensky understands that these quick and decisive actions are part of the victory and part of Ukraine's bright future. And in light of all of these latest occurrences, President Zelensky announced a ban on international travel for all state officials unless it's for government reasons. There's currently a martial law in Ukraine banning men ages 18 to 60 from leaving the country without permission. In a recent public statement, President Zelensky thanked all law enforcement personnel who are ensuring justice, as well as his gratitude to all journalists doing the hard work to ensure a factual big picture is shown. His words and actions show his commitment to justice and his promise to the people of Ukraine. Слава Україні! Героям слава! Разом до перемоги!